Hello and welcome to Echoes of Elgin, timeless tales from the Elgin History Museum. I'm Rebecca Miller, museum educator at the Elgin History Museum, and your guide through Elgin's storied past. In each episode, we bring you captivating tales from Elgin's rich history, exploring the events, people, and places that have made our city what it is today. Whether you're a longtime resident, a history enthusiast, or just curious about local lore, this podcast is for you. Today's Elgin Echo reaches us from January 26, 1986, when Elgin historian E.C. Mike Alft was thinking about Super Bowl 20 to be played that very day in the Louisiana Superdome in New Orleans. The Chicago Bears and the New England Patriots would play that afternoon, but first Alft wanted us to spend a moment thinking about the early Congregationalists in Elgin. The year 1986 marks the centennial of the Elgin Cooperative Butter Tub Company, now Elgin Corrugated Box, the Riverside Club, and McKinley School. Our city vehicle licenses also proclaim it to be the 150th anniversary of the founding of the first Congregational Church. It may be appropriate, therefore, to examine the rules the early Congregationalists set down for regulating the conduct of members in Elgin. In addition to faithfully attending church services and meetings, adherents were obligated to abstain from all intoxicating beverages and all forms of gambling. They were forbidden to attend theaters, play cards, or participate in dances and other sinful amusements. Those who strayed were censured or excommunicated. During the years 1845 to 1858, 22 erring members were asked to leave the congregation, and the church minutes are filled with accusations and confessions. Brother Stephen Hubbard, for example, charged that Brother John Vreeland attended, quote, a shooting match and raffled for a turkey. When called to answer, the accused said, quote, he was sorry. He also confessed that he had indeed, quote, manifested a wrong spirit. Among those asked to part company with the church was Jason House. He was charged with riding out of town on the Sabbath with his wife and family to visit friends a few miles west of St. Charles. He was also accused of attending a number of dancing parties. Brother Barzilla Merrill claimed Brother Welcome Phillips had violated the 8th commandment by taking, quote, from the store of the complainant a number of apples feloniously. The accusation was sustained and a letter of admonishment was sent. The pioneering Puritans of the first church had definite views about observing the Sabbath. Not only was labor and travel prohibited on that day, but it was recommended in 1841 that the post office not be used on Sundays. Consider this confession of Phineas J. Kimball in 1847. Quote, I did, on or about the 19th of September last, it being the Sabbath, drive my team home with a load from Bloomingdale. When I left Chicago Saturday, I expected to come home that night, it being moonlight. When I got to Bloomingdale, I was so unwell that I did not think it was prudent to drive any further. In the morning, I felt that it was important for me to be at home, and also that I could keep the Sabbath better by coming home than remaining at the tavern. Under those circumstances, I drove home on the Sabbath. So as far as I offended in that act, I ask the forgiveness of the church, of the world, and of God. Would the early church have considered watching the Super Bowl a sinful amusement? Remember the contrite Phineas when you tune into the spectacle at New Orleans, you modern Congregationalists. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Elgin's history. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing to our podcast and leaving a review wherever you listen. For more fascinating stories and updates, please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and visit our website at www.elginhistory.org. Thanks for listening, and remember, history lives on in the echoes of Elgin.